Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are with the part 3 of the grade 7 geography lesson, which is about natural hazards and disasters. Okay, so in part 3 in this video I'll be discussing about floods. In Sinhala we call this as Gangwatura. Okay, so the definition given for flood is when a large mass of water is collected in rivers, canals, streams, reservoirs and other natural waterways in a short period of time, they begin to overflow. So this can cause flood. So here, see here, I have colored in red color some of the key terms in this definition. A large mass of water. When a large mass of water is collected in any type of water resource, that could be rivers, canals, streams, reservoirs, and other natural waterways. Okay. So when a large mass of water is collected in a natural waterway in a very short period of time, then of course they begin to overflow. Okay. So there, when this huge amount of water gets to overflow from these natural waterways, it causes flood. Okay, that's the common definition that we give for floods. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, so here in this diagram, you can see some of the districts in Sri Lanka where flood is frequent. Okay, but with heavy rainfall, we know every district can face or experience flood. So you see here some of the districts like Polonnaruwa, Batiklo, Ampara, Gampaha, Colombo, Kalutara, Raptapura, Gol, Matara. These kinds of districts are highlighted here. But still, you have to remember when heavy rainfall is experienced in any of these districts, then these districts also can experience flood. You may have seen on news. Sometimes in some period of time of the year, districts like Anuradhapura and Jaffna, where usually these districts have dry climate, but even to these dry climate districts, they have experienced floods when they have heavy rainfall. Okay, at present, flood. But remember the districts where we have colored in blue color. These are the districts where they experience frequent floods. Okay, නිතරම ගම් වතුර මුහුණ පාන දිස්ත්‍රික්ක තමයි මේ නිල් පාටින් පාට කරලා තියෙන්නේ. At present, flooding of rainwater, even in a light shower, can happen in urban areas where rivers and other waterways are not found. Okay, and also this can happen due to many human activities. So we know if you guys are living in urban areas, even for a very slight rainfall, people in urban areas experience flood because there are so many building constructions that have happened in urban areas, and due to other human activities, uh, they have increased the possibility in occurrence of flood in urban areas. Okay, so here we have the reasons for flood. Okay, first one, incessant heavy rains. Incessant as in continuous heavy rain. We know when there's heavy rainfall throughout the day, when the rain extends up to 2 days, then there's this possibility where we may have flood. Next one, clearing of forests in hilly areas. Okay, so when you clear forest cover in hilly areas, this also kind of indirectly affect the occurrence of flood. How does it affect? That's because now usually when there are trees, these roots of these trees, they absorb water. Okay, so in a way they help to minimize the possibility of flood. But when we cut these forests, then these roots cannot absorb water. They do not absorb water because the trees are already cut down. Then it kind of indirectly cause flood. Next one, reclamation of lowlands. Okay, so when we build in lowlands, now we know when there's a heavy amount of water collected in a particular area, they flow to the lowland. Okay, then they get kind of collected there in the lowland, and eventually they get absorbed, or they get absorbed to the soil. Okay, so when we build buildings on these lowlands, then where could this water go? They go to the lowland, but when we have built some constructions on the lowland, then of course the buildings that's been constructed on these lowlands, they get affected by floods. So that's our cause. Not That's not to do with natural environment, but that's something that we do. So when we build buildings on lowlands, of course the buildings on lowlands, they get affected by flood. Okay, so sand mining in river valleys. So when we sand mine in rivers, this also cause flood. Okay, so sand mine as in අපි වැලි ගොඩ දානවා කියලා සිංහලෙන් කියනවා. වැලි ගොඩ දාද්දී ගංගා ආශ්‍රිතව what happens, කොහොමද මේ වැලි ගොඩ දැමීම ගං වතුරට හේතු වෙන්නේ? Right? ඒක I'll explain you like this. Okay, so when we sand mine, it carves a deeper and a narrower bed in rivers. This lowers the water level in rivers. Okay, so and it speeds up flow and it erodes banks. This reduces the watershed's capacity to absorb excess water during floods. So when they have no capacity to absorb water during heavy rainfall, then of course water get flooded. Okay, so these are the reasons, some of the reasons which cause flood. Okay, and in Sri Lanka, we have some main river valleys where we can see where we can see frequent flooding. Mahavel River, Kalani River, Kalu, Walave, Nilwala. These are the main rivers in Sri Lanka: Mahaveli, Kalani, Kalu, Walave, and Nilwala. Okay, um, these are the river valleys where we can see frequent flooding. Okay, now let's see the damages due to flooding. First one, loss of lives, houses, and property. Okay, when flood is occurring, of course, our houses can get destroyed, or our property, and like the electronic appliances, if they get affected by flood water, then there's no any use in these electronic equipments. Okay, next one, destruction of agricultural lands. See here, usually this happens to paddy lands as well. When uh, flood has happened, all the paddy fields are covered with flood boat, and then it kind of destructs this paddy. You see here, I think this is kind of a China cultivation land, and okay, you can see banana trees here. So see here, this land is affected by flood, slowing down of the day-to-day activity. So when there's flood, of course, you may have to stay at home because you can't go school because the roads are flooded, and sometimes school is also flooded with water. So that's your concern for students, but for other people as well, they kind of they are restricted, yeah, up to a certain level when it's flooding in the area. Okay, spread of diseases and epidemics. So with floods, after flood has occurred, we see diseases like diarrhea, පාචනය කියන්නේ අපි, and nausea, and so many diseases could occur, and also epidemics. සංගත රෝග එන්න පුළුවන් මේත් එක, like dengue. Pollution of drinking water, blocking of drainage systems, destruction of infrastructure facilities like electricity, telephone, roads. We know, when if you guys have experienced flood, okay, when flood occur, usually electric supply goes out. Okay, so you may have no electricity at all, and the roads are kind of destructed, they are blocked with water. So you see, there's this huge damage that could occur from flood. Okay, these are some of the examples. See here, this road is kind of broken due to flood, and see here, people are bathing though. They are enjoying, but here, and this one, here also, due to heavy rainfall and flood, you see these houses are already covered with water, and this one is collapsing now. Okay, so these are the damages that we experience due to flood. Then now we have discussed the reasons and as to what flood means. So this is about flood. Okay, so with that we have concluded flood, and here you have some activities to do. Okay, so try to answer these questions when you have time. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box, or else you can contact me via my email. Okay, so I hope to see you soon. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye.